So, like, after Ilfin beats me at chess a few times, I would go around looking for somebody selling a spell component pouch. I kind of just like skip through the tints.
Hmm.
But any chance there's any?
What do you reckon?
Looking for a spell component pouch.
Yeah, it's not a spell component pouch you're looking for. It's a particular thing you're looking for.
Yeah, but spell component pouches would have it, and I was just like, I'm gonna have to have that again, won't I? Those are just like the most like convenient items in the planet. Um, but yeah, if I can't find one of those, then I would look for the powdered silver.
Hmm. Not a lot of trading options. Let me see what whether anything else uses powdered silver.
I could get like a silver dagger and like have Levi just like poke it a few times.
Yeah, I'm just checking to see if there are other spells that use that. And the answer is no. So
You know, a lot of the spell component stuff is like really weird random stuff. I think one of them was like a twig from a tree that's been struck by lightning.
yeah,
So yeah, I'll just look for like a silver dagger or something.
okay, right. So you'll spend your time doing that. What does Hire want to do?
Hmm. I guess wait for the moon to rise so she can get her spells.
Okay.
Prepare some protection from evil,
Mm.
which is always handy. A little bit of bless, a little bit of protection from evil. A little bit of Owl's Wisdom. Do you want the wisdom of the owl?
Yes, the wisdom of the owl would be wonderful.
Okay.
Because we're calling a very dangerous spirit. There was an all-powerful wizard during life that was the absolute bravest and fiercest
Ha!
warrior ever.
Brave, fierce, warrior. All words which describe Yasin Orlovsky.
Uh-huh.
By the way, I'll be using the binding poet of the magic circle.
Well, you've got to find a way of getting the silver first, dude.
I know. I was just
And the
saying.
Fae came to kill him. Did Yasin run? No, he used all his spells up, and then he ran.
Yeah, resource management wasn't a strong point. It is true.
I'm like pretty positive that Yando had him killed for the mask.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm sure you guys may be about to find out.
Could be interesting, could be cryptic and terrible.
You see, it's actually Amalai that killed him because she wanted to be a Fae.
So
You can stop now.
So it comes to evening. Donovan, you have not been successful in finding someone who owns a silver dagger unless you ask one of the PCs.
Hey, hi.
Aya looks over.
Do you have any silver? I need it for a bit of protection, and I forgot to bring some along this trip.
Aya just kind of raises an eyebrow. How much silver?
Enough to make a 3-foot diameter circle.
Aya looks through her pack. Well, I open up her inventory and look around.
Do you have a
So,
spell
powdered
component
silver?
pouch? Yeah, but if you just have like plain silver, I can just have Levi poke it a few times and it'll just erode.
You said well, I do have various components. I'm not sure if it's enough, though. She'll pull out her little pouch, which is a spell component pouch, because every caster has those by default, basically.
Unless you're a medium because spelling abilities and you forgot to get one.
Luckily for you, clerics keep them, because they're prepared casters.
Who needs to prepare spells? I just do stuff.
I'm sure that works out for you most of the time.
Alright.
So just the spell component pouch is all you need?
Yeah.
Well, hang on. So you got a pouch. Does it come with
It has anything that does not have a cost for, like, material components.
So, does this have a specific GP cost greater than 1 gold
No.
in material components?
Yeah, it would do.
It says that if it does.
It's powdered silver.
Yeah, but it doesn't, like, say that it's got any cost to it. Because every time it does, it always has the cost of it next to it.
But how would a 3-foot diameter circle of powdered silver not be worth 1 gold piece? I'm struggling here.
Pretty good question.
Yeah.
It's
I
Pathfinder.
mean, that's quite a lot of silver.
Yeah. Haya says, I don't think I have enough stuff here. Have you considered powdering people's money?
I was actually just thinking about that.
You could just do a simple trade,
Yeah.
if you have any money. I don't, she says.
I look longingly at my gold pouch. And I go off to try to find somebody that has silver to trade.
Okay. Who are you going to ask?
That merchant that I used memory lapse on the other day.
That might not be so wise.
Well, he's a merchant, the only one I know of in this, and he didn't figure out the little trick.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I gotta go to him.
Okay. It takes you a little while to find him, but find him you do.
Hello, how you doing?
Good day. Good elf. How can I help you?
Um, oh,
Do you know
wait,
when the caravan master is looking for us to leave? We have been sat here for some time now.
we're leaving tomorrow, but we're looking for some, silver that we're gonna use in a ritual to help us know any dangers that might lie ahead. If you had, like,
Ritual?
any silver pieces or any silver
Hmm.
objects.
Well, I have my own silver, of course, but I don't trade in artifacts made of silver itself. Um, Silver is popular though with elves, and I have seen a few within the caravan. They may be able to be of assistance.
Alright, thank you. I walk off looking for the nearest elf, and I use disguise self for myself to make myself even look more like an elf.
Okay. Well, to be fair, the only elves that you have seen in the settlement are
Actually, drows are not elves.
yeah, but they're looking like elves. And I guess Elfrin is now, and Morwyn looks either like a male or a female elf. So.
I'm gonna go ask them if they have any silver, and if they don't, I'm just gonna go back to the guy.
Okay.
So, so, that whole ritual thing we're doing here in a little bit. I need a bit of silver for that. I was wondering if you guys had any.
They look at each other. Elfrin, do you have some? I don't tend to carry much in the way of money and what I have. I fear good Donovan is gold.
This is the most pain in the ass spell there is.
One moment, Donovan. I will see. I may be able to assist you. Yes, I have some silver. I tend to take care of purchases for my mistress and I. How much did you require?
How much would it require?
Uh,
Rough guesstimate. Would you like me to do
3
an appraise check?
Yeah, do an appraise check.
Okay. I figure that's something that really suits this. 8! Wonderful.
You're on a roll this evening, Jonathan.
Today's going great.
You would say somewhere between 200 to 300 silver pieces.
About 200 or 300 silver pieces.
I do not quite have that amount due to the weight, if nothing else. I probably have just over 100. I guess if you could find someone else who had the equivalent, you'd probably have as much as you needed.
Mattias! You have stuff! I run off to find Mattias.
You run off and find Mattias.
Mattias, do you have any
There you are.
silver?
Are we getting on with this or not?
I need silver. I forgot that I didn't bring any silver for,
I'm not paying you for this, Donovan.
No, I need silver to, cast a protection spell. I forgot I don't have any.
How much do you need?
Just 100 more silver pieces.
Now I've got that.
Alright. So, taking his 100 silver and,
Elfarin's got about 120.
Yeah.
Mattis will give you 150 on the basis of you might need more.
Alright. I just,
you give gold in return?
Huh?
Both of them aren't expecting to do this out of charity. They will expect you to give them gold in return.
Never mind, no protection.
No. Well played, dude.
Fine. I'll give them the appropriate gold,
Please-
leaving you with
please
27 left.
Please mark it off your sheet.
I will.
You have 220 odd pieces of silver. Congratulations, Donovan.
I watch my money turn to dust as Levi touches them.
Right. Okay. Right.
Alright.
And what now?
I would go to Matthias' tent and start preparing.
Are you now ready, Donovan? You notice that in the tent there is it's better lighted than normal. There's Tiny and his little friend. He's very excited to be in the tent. There's a very kind of angry looking Anna. Wielding that strange kind of metallic branch on her hip. And Matthias, your good self. There is Haya and Sakel. And coming in almost kind of straight after you is Vanim and Elfra.
Alright.
I think everyone who wished to be here, or who I felt should be here. So I guess you have some preparations to make, Donovan.
Oh, yes,
You can have my seat whilst you're doing this. He gets up.
It'll take me about 10 minutes.
Well, while you're doing that, I managed to procure some wine from your colleagues higher, so I guess we can at least enjoy that. I fear, though, this may be all we have left to drink until we reach either Serendipity or this trading settlement that Clay also told me about. Goblets are passed around to those who are interested with wine.
Considering the situation, it behooves me to decline. I must oversee the creation of this ritual circle.
Considering the situation, I take a massive chug.
Kind of just raises her eyebrows at that. Well, all right then.
Okay. Right, 1 minute, guys, and then we'll begin.
Haya will assist Donovan in creating the ritual circle because she's not sure he knows entirely what he's doing.
I actually look like I'm doing this like I extremely know what I'm doing.
Yes, but do you have ritual magic?
I can
Class
use
feature.
I can use this once per day as a class
Alright.
feature.
Haya's still gonna help because
Okay.
she won't forgive herself if this spirit gets out. And she could have said, no, let's not. And avoided the whole situation.
He still probably was gonna do it, just without your protection, which would have been worse.
Or then she would have said, you shitty idiot, now I have to waste all my spells. I can't believe you've done this.
I don't even get a divination for the day because I used it this morning to get his name. Damn.
Alrighty.
Oh, is there anything you... Well, this might change with what we find out, but... Do you know of any, like, questions you would have for my next divination?
Not really.
Okay.
Haya will assist until you get the circle set up, and then she'll buff some people.
I'm probably gonna start using it to keep notes on Yandu. And probably relay all that information to you, because it's a Pharasman thing. Do a little jig to finish the circle.
Please do not.
Some topative dance. I'm gonna roll for a topative dance.
Don't.
Okay, sorry guys, I had to get a power cable. Right, so
Oh, it took away all my performs.
yes,
How do you get to show more? Oh, there it is. I see.
Haya will do some abjurations once the circle's finished.
okay.
That was for my interpretive dance to finish off the circle.
So, I guess
Anna,
Donovan
Anna
cast...
rolls her eyes.
It's necessary.
Once she checks over the circle and is satisfied that it's done, she goes, Lady of Graves, protect us in our time of need when we most need your guidance. And she'll touch her holy symbol. And then she'll touch it to Sakel and then to Tiny.
Okay.
She gives them protection from evil and casts prayer over everyone in the room.
Oh.
So
I am also
Prayer.
going to... Well,
Vanin says to you, that won't be necessary for Firin and I. We have our own protection. But thank you.
Haya says that's... It is like, good, because I used it all.
I'm also going to use Zone of Truth.
What's the duration of Zone of Truth?
Zone of Truth lasts for 6 minutes.
Okay.
And we can have the spirit called for the 10 minutes that the ritual takes to do. So...
And then she says, Donovan, approach.
I approach.
May the lady grant you her infinite wisdom, or at least a sliver of it. And she touches his forehead with her holy symbol and casts Owl's Wisdom.
That increases my wisdom by 4, correct?
Yep, for 5 minutes. So these are all long enough that they should be around if things go south less than immediately.
Alright. So, I sit in the middle of this circle and look around, making sure that everybody's ready. And at this point, I'll close my eyes for a moment and whisper the name Yasin Olofsky. And I'll let my mind wander as Lily leaves my body in search of his spirit.
Okay.
Alright, I take a moment, peek an eye open, close it again. As I focus on this faint feeling of being watched. I wait for it to come towards me.
Okay. You can feel a slight sense of anxiety.
I continue to wait.
The candles and the lanterns in the tent flicker. Few of them go out, but not, maybe only half. There's a faint breeze, and Donovan's body jerks and then kind of looks up, open mouthed. I'm alive again?
Using the mental link, I tell him, no, I've simply called you back to ask you a few questions. tell us, what's going on in Serendipity when you last were there?
Who are you?
I am Donovan, and this is a caravan that's going to Serendipity to hopefully settle there.
Is Clay with you? You must warn him. His suspicions were correct. They murdered me and they'll soon be after him.
Who murdered you?
Melina and Hastus.
Melina and Hastus. Who are they?
They were companions of ours, but we never trusted them. We worked with them because we fought the Stag Lord, but always we suspected treachery. And so it proved. I thought after my last speaking to Hastus that perhaps things had moved on, but clearly they were just plotting whilst Clay was away.
Mm-hmm.
I feel sad. I would have liked to have spoken to Alexander again.
Do you know of the state of Serendipity?
I there were others with me. I don't know what happened to them. Knowing Melina, it's possible that she would have killed them also. But the dwarves, they had left days before. Perhaps they yet live. I don't know. I hope so.
Tell me,
We
who
were
were
doing
you
so
to
well.
Serendipity?
The fort was almost finished. If only they believed.
Who were you to Serendipity?
I was to be its ruler. But I always knew that Melina and Hastus would go their own way. I didn't think that they would see what we were doing as a threat. But clearly I was wrong. Clay and I had spoke about murdering them, but it didn't sit well with Clay, and I was reluctant. It seems those feelings weren't shared by our companions.
Do you know where these two are now?
I don't. They went off, I guess, back to their own settlement they have started. What used to be the trading post. I don't know that. Are you with Clay? Clay needs to be warned. They'll be waiting for him. I didn't. Well, Hastus had some strange device on him. I've not seen it before. I had no chance to react. It's not unlike the thing that woman is holding there.
Who's
Donovan's
pointing
arm
at?
shoots out and points at Anna.
Uh-huh. Do you know of any other dangers in the area? Are these two likely to attack us?
I know of Warg Riders to the east. We found some tracks east of Serendipity. There was a place where humanoids had been burnt. There's a large patch of ash and burnt ground. I don't know what caused it. I don't think whatever was within it suffered for very long.
Do you know Hastus and Melina's full names?
I think Hastus was Hastus Astellus, something like that. Melina was Melina von Witt, but we never use full names with each other. I
Other
I would ask, I don't know who you are, please find the others. They will find it hard to survive on their own out here. I did my best. You have to understand that. I did my best to protect them and build us a future.
Are there any other notable people in the area?
There is an alchemist called Bokken. I don't know what happened to him. He was with us when I was attacked. He seemed to have a good relationship with Hastus, but not so much with Melina. It's possible she may have killed him. In terms of the others that were with me, there was Imelda's daughter. Imelda and her family have fled from Galt. We've taken them in. Imelda should be at the trading settlement. She may not know if anything has happened to her daughter.
And where was this trading settlement again?
It's to the north, slightly to the east. It's by the road. It's where Olag had his trading post. I've not been there, but I understood from Hastus they were planning to use it as some trading point for caravan route to the west, something they'd agreed with the Sword Lords or some such.
At this point I'll wait for anybody else to ask any more questions.
What makes you think that these two people were the ones who killed you?
We were finishing the building of the fort. Some days previously, the Keldad and Ilda, the dwarves who had helped us with the main structure, they left to go and speak to Hastus. I wondered where they got to, but we were busy. We were trying to finish the fort. Melina just appeared, waved a hand in greeting, and encouraged us to come down from where we were. We were up on the hill trying to finish the fort. We came down, we were tired. It was late afternoon. We made our way down, and all I could see was Melina. I was eager for word of what was happening. Had they seen Clay or heard of Clay? I was expecting him back shortly. And there were some things that Melina and I had agreed to discuss regarding her mercantile contacts helping us with serendipity. This is something her and I had agreed in principle. When I approached her, she, well, didn't get very much time to make a judgment. I felt great pain. Something hit my back. I remember coughing and then getting hit again. After that, I just remember myself leaving, my body looking down, and as I drifted higher up, I could then get a glance of a figure on a hill, slowly making their way towards where my body lay. And as he approached closer, it was clear that it was Hastus carrying that strange device. So yes, I am sure it was them.
Haya nods.
They killed Menius as well. That poor boy never did anyone any harm. We rescued him from the Stag Lord's men. They'd been using him in a way I can't. We'd spoken to Teresia in the forest, and she had made him a wooden tongue to replace the one he had lost. He just got to the point where he was starting to speak fluently again. I don't understand why they felt the need to kill him.
This Melina von Witt and Hastus Satellis must be truly terrible people.
This strange weapon. Haya looks to Anna. You say it was like hers?
Not as big, but as long.
Haya nods. Very peculiar.
Please find Clay, warn him.
Aya nods.
I feel very tired.
Is there anybody else that would ask me questions?
Yes, I would like to ask you a question. Yasin Orlovsky, if I may. How many people are at this trading settlement, do you know? I don't know. There'd been some mention of Melina bringing people from Restov, something about agreement with a sword lord there. So I suspect they'll have some people there. And there are some mercenaries. There's something to do. Hastus is a member of them. They're involved, although I don't know much about them. I see. Thank you.
And which character was speaking, Ego? Hmm.
If there were any more...
I,
I'm sorry.
I, if Alexander or anyone he sends do come, tell him I tried. I did my best.
We'll honor your wish.
What do Hastus and Melina look like?
Feel tired. I I don't know why I'm here. Why didn't I die? Why am I here?
Should probably release him.
I release the spirit.
Okay, hi, are you doing anything?
Looking slightly upset because this was not what was explained to her.
Okay. Do you have any, does Haya have any current abilities to see into, say, the ethereal plane or anything of that nature?
As in, like, see invisibility?
Or see spirits or something of that nature?
I do.
I know you do. That wasn't my question.
Um, not as such, I believe.
Fine. In which case, then this is for Donovan's benefit only. Donovan, you release the spirit, and the spirit starts to leave your
Daddy, are
body.
you up there? I need help.
You have a feeling of drain uh, as it does so. As it leaves you and exits the circle, there is suddenly a pressure applied to it, as if something is trying to pull it in a direction. And Lily goes, "It's happening again, Donovan."
God, I look around, yell to everybody, get ready! And I'm gonna use knowledge planes to figure out what all's going on with that.
Okay.
Ready for what?
Yeah. I don't know yet.
Okay, so Haya and Sakao raise their spell resistance.
Okay, the lights in the tent are flickering furiously.
Haya
It
goes.
feels like there's a presence in the tent that was not there beforehand.
Hmm.
Please help me!
Hmm.
Hiya, something's pulling the spirit. It's trying to take hold of it. I've encountered this before, but that's not right now. It's very dangerous, and if it gets here, we don't want it to get here.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
Do you have any way to send
Hiya.
the spirit off without, like, send it straight to the River of Souls?
Hmm.
I don't believe we want it to have any more spirits.
Haya wonders if she can banish the spirit with positive energy.
That is a possible option, but you don't know the spirit's still present.
I look a little bit
Donovan's
confused.
shouting.
Sorry?
Actually, hold up.
I thought Donovan was shouting things to that effect at Haya, and she believes him.
I look to Hiya. The spirit's gone. It's been taken.
Haya frowns.
The reason I came to this land is there is a... I don't know exactly what it is. Some sort of powerful spirit or something. I don't know. But it came to this land from Galt, and it seems to be taking in other spirits now. Forcibly taking them. From what I've just seen, it looks like it's to the northeast.
It might have been good, Donovan, to have shared that information with us before doing this, do you not think?
Haya
I
looks
didn't realize it
upset.
would take it, and this may have been the reason why it hasn't encountered Pharasma yet. I did not know that it was capable of taking souls.
This is a problem, Haya says.
That it is.
Well, and then we have the fact that it sounds as if there has been a falling out between comrades. Is it? It sounds as if this serendipity settlement is no more, or if it is, then has been taken over by this Melina and Hastus, whoever they might be.
Yes. What is strange about that is the weapon. I've never before seen a weapon like Anna's. And I've been many places, Haya says, at least under the earth.
Oh, I dissipate the zone of truth. Because he needs to know the truth. Oh, lovely. Good thing I have that on me.
Character sheets. Do we get the bonus from protection from evil?
Donovan doesn't. Yes, the rest of you do.
Sweet. So add 2 to this.
Okay.
And another
for
2 if it's an
Haya,
enchantment.
Yep.
because elves.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
because I forgot to add that onto my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
Can you make
no,
save,
that's plain
please?
elves, not drow. My bad.
Can you make a save, please, for your cohort?
Levi?
Yeah.
He's immune to mind affecting things, if that helps.
Okay. Thank you. And I will make some rolls for the others.
So do you still want me to roll,
Alrighty.
or
I gave a bonus to Tiny.
Yes, you
With
did.
and if it's fear, then they get a +1, because prayer. Or bless.
Okay.
oh cool, he rolled a 19 and got a 22. So I think he's good either way. Everybody's rolling good.
Well, don't say that's so soon.
Everything's gonna be alright. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
This is probably not good.
Yep.
Oh, does it bypass spell resistance?
It would do in this case, yes.
Okay.
Everybody and their mother has spell resistance.
Okay. Okay.
Ominous noises.